First Peter chapter 2 verse 9 says, "But you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, his own special people, that you may proclaim the praise of him who called you out of the darkness into his marvelous light." Let people who don't know your God, Yeshua, Yahweh, tell you who you are. Don't let those people put a word over your life. Let me tell you a story. When I was in grade 2, my parents were called into a meeting by my teacher. And I remember her very well. Her name is Miss Lateghan. Miss Lateghan called my parents in to let them know do. And on top of that, I'm stupid. There's nothing she can do to help me. Those were her words. I am stupid. And every time my dad tells me the story, like when it was said to him, it was touched. My dad was like, I've never in my life been that defeated. Because this lady used the word stupid verbatim to describe you. So I'm just going to give y'all the story without backstory. So I have ADHD, right? So they didn't know that I had ADHD. My parents didn't know, and my teachers didn't know either, because obviously my parents didn't know. So this teacher, Miss Lateghan, told my parents that I'm stupid, and basically I'm not going to amount to anything. Like, I must just give up hope, right? And then she's condoning me to the third grade. Condones me to the third grade. I get a teacher by the name of Mrs. Groenewald. I love her so much. I tagged her in a Facebook post. You guys will see this either the stitch or at the end of this video. And this teacher was the most amazing teacher. I'm saying was because she's retired. And she was the one who realized, she called my parents and she was like, yo, Mbali is actually really smart. It's just that she is easily distracted. When it's time to do something, she'll do it for 2 minutes and she'll get up, go sharpen her pencil, speak to other kids on the way. By the time she gets back, she's ready to move on to the next task without completing the one that she started. Let's send her to occupational therapy and let's see what's going on. I used to stutter as well, and I went to speech therapy as well. Went to occupational therapy, I'm sure, for a month or so, and then the occupational therapist says, no, I have ADHD, I'm hyperactive. So I have a short attention span. I can't focus on certain things for too long. I have attention deficit disorder, ADHD. So they took me to a pediatrician. They put me on meds, and from there on it was good. I was good. Like, everything was going well. So when I graduated with my master's, I think this was 2023. All right, so I finished 2022, graduated 2023. I looked for Mrs. Groenewald and I wanted to thank her. Right, I looked for Mrs. Groenewald. And I found her on Facebook, and I wrote a Facebook message where I wrote to her and I thanked her for believing in me and for always being supportive of me, even when I left her grade, because I went to grade 4, 5, 6, 7. She still checked in on me and still kept in touch with my parents and my family. And because of her, right, and her being such a good teacher who didn't put any bad word over my life, right, I am who I am today. And I thank God for teachers like that, because that is a person who knows the Lord. That is like a God-fearing woman. Because of her, I am who I am today. So my point is that there are teachers like that who don't just go off the bed or whatever. You don't do that. You don't put a negative word like that on someone's child. You don't do that. Dig a little bit deeper. Don't be too lazy. Guys, this is for teachers. You guys play such a pivotal role in children's lives. Do you understand that? You shape their minds. You shape their minds, guys. Be cognizant of that. You jokingly calling a child stupid could be the thing that stops a child from pursuing their dream. And we weren't as sensitive as kids are now, but still, it's not even about sensitivity. Teachers, you guys play a big role in children's lives. Don't forget that. Don't take that for granted. Don't take that for granted. So anyway, in my post, I thanked Mrs. Groenewald, and then she also sent me her number, and we spoke on WhatsApp, and she asked me what I was doing, and I thanked her so much for what she did for me. And I also told her I thank God for her. So she was the only person I was thinking about when I got my postgrad degree, because I was told I would never be an academic. Stupid. And Where are the haters now? God put you all to shame. Because every title and everything that I have is because of God. So, NCUF level 9 is not too bad for a child who was told she's stupid, right? My dad laughed. He can laugh at it now because, God put them to shame. But as a parent hearing that, nothing's cute. My dad says when he heard that, he was so defeated. Who wouldn't be defeated? So, don't be a Mrs. Latachan. Be a Mrs. Groenewald. Speak good things on these kids' lives, on these children's lives. They look up to you. You don't know the kind of situation they have at home. A lot of them look forward to seeing you guys, the teachers. Even Libao Bastodu. So don't just go around putting a bad word on people's lives. We are made in God's image. If you put your pride and your ego aside and you dig a little bit deeper, you might find that their child is good at something. They might not be academically inclined. They might be good or they might be good at singing, art. They might have some sort of a talent. But don't go around calling people stupid. Mudimu haiti ditlaela. Like each and every single one of us has a purpose on this planet. All of us. God bless.